Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk about special characters. The two special characters that we want to focus on today are the backslash n and the backslash t. Notice that these are, in fact, inside of quotation marks. That means that they are going to be part of strings. The second thing that you should notice about this is that these are both backslashes. So this is a slash that leans toward the left at the top and it goes diagonally down to the right. On my keyboard, it's on the upper right hand side above the return key or the enter key. It might be in a different place depending on what computer you're using or what keyboard you have or where you live in the world, but just make sure that you're using a backslash. A backslash n represents a new line character, and a backslash t represents a tab character. Now, believe it or not, you're actually already familiar with the concepts of new lines and tabs. If you're in any word processing program, anytime you press the return or the enter key, it inserts a new line character. It's just they're usually not shown to you. Anytime you press the tab key in a word processing program, it inserts a tab character. Again, it's just that they're hidden from view, but you're already familiar with these. So when you're trying to program things and you're trying to manipulate strings programmatically, inserting new lines and tabs inside of Python can be really helpful. And you do that with backslash n and backslash t. Let's go take a look at this and see how we can use it to our advantage. Here we have a simple object. Again, we're using the assignment operator, which is the equal sign. The label is text on the left-hand side, and the value of that object is the string, hello, welcome to Python programming. If we print this out, you'll see that this is exactly what we would expect to have happen because we pass in the text object to the print function, and we get this out. If we want to change this up a little bit, I can replace the blank space with a backslash n. And when I run that, you can now see we have hello, new line character, welcome to the Python programming. How about over here? I can do another new line character, and now we end up with this. Hello, welcome to Python programming. Or perhaps we didn't actually want a new line character. Maybe we want a tab character there. Okay. And so you can see it did actually tab it in. This is because of the settings that I have in my editor at the moment. It pushes it to the next tab width. So you can see that this is a relatively short space, but I do have the tab character turned on here so you can actually see that it added the tab character. If we add in a couple spaces here and do that again, you can see now it's jumped to the next tab width. So it does in fact insert a tab character, and there's nothing to stop us from doing two in a row. We can do a new line and we can do a tab, and there you have it. Hello, new line, tab it over. Welcome to Python programming. Let's take a look at one more example before we wrap this up today though. Here we have a list of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to do a simple for loop. For num in numbers, print num. Now, the default behavior of the print function is that it prints out each individual item on a new line. So here, when we print out the items in the list, it just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. However, we can change the default behavior. We looked at the default arguments in a previous byte. This is essentially what's happening. The programmers of Python gave a default argument for print of end equals backslash n. And you can see if we print that out, there's no change. So this is the default argument, which is why we've never really talked about it before. It just happens automatically. However, we can change this. Perhaps we want an empty line in between each one. And now you can see here, we have new lines in between each one. Or maybe we don't want to separate them with new lines. So here we have each of these numbers tabbed out instead of new lines in between. So hopefully this gives you some ideas to play around with, and you now know how to use backslash n for new lines and backslash t for tabs. Good luck on today's byte.